Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I decided to do a little story time just about how I almost cut off my pinky. So yeah, guys, how the way that it happened was some of you guys that know I work at a Jersey's Mike's, which is kind of like Subway, but not, you just do subs and stuff like that, like Jimmy John's and stuff like that. That's my first job. I've been working there, like my official real job, I guess you can kind of say. Um, I've been working there for a very long time, like maybe 5 years. Um, I know the people, I know what to do, I know the job and everything. Like I know exactly everything that we have to do. But obviously, back then I didn't know everything, and what we do, we cut the meat right in front of you when we're about to do your sub. So, and you have to do this slicer where you cut the meat. And it's very, very, very dangerous, guys. You do have to be 18, I think 18 to use it. You have to be 18 to use the slicer, the machine. So obviously it took me a while. It took me like maybe 1 or 2 years. That then I was able to use the machine. My boss, he was kind of scared to do it, to show me, but he's like if the time will come and when it's time to show you, I will be the one to show you, not anybody else, just me. I have to show you. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. I'll just wait for my time. But I was just so that impatient girl that I was just like, I need to learn now. Like, I need to learn because they need me. Because when, let's say that in the back, we would be doing something, right? A customer would come, I wouldn't be able to cut the meat for them unless it was like in the back where we can do like steak and cheese or chicken or stuff like that, grilled chicken, stuff like that. But if it's in the front, I couldn't do it. Somebody else had to go and cut the meat, so they would have to stop what they're doing and then go back. So that would like waste time because sometimes we wouldn't finish what we had to do, just because that person had to go and slice. And I mean, I could like prep the sub, like put the lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, all that stuff, but other than that I couldn't do anything else. So one time, the one that actually got me the job, she was the one that showed me um, to be on the slicer, and it wasn't approved by the boss, so we just kind of did it, a little sneaky. Which don't do, guys, because then you might end up like me. It was just me, one of my coworkers. Let's just call her M. So M was there, and she's been working there for like 12 years. And then this other guy has been working there for 18 years. Yes, this is actually like a family business. So guys, like everybody that's been working there has been working there for a long years. So I think the newest that has been there is maybe like 5 months. Yeah, 5 months. And guys, in my job, a lot of people don't really last just because of the way that we work. We work as a team. We do everything that we have to do, and some people don't want to do everything, like wash the dishes, clean the bathrooms, all that stuff. Like they all want to do just one job. Like they just want to do steak and cheese or just be in the slicer. Like no, you have to go. And like we get a whole bunch of people during lunchtime, so you need to work, like you need to be running. Like for me it's an exercise honestly, because you have to go so fast. Like it's crazy, and like you have to handle the people, the customers, because sometimes customers can be so rude, like super super rude, and you still have to have your own like happy face and be like, okay, thank you, bye, have a great day, bye. And it's just like it's very very hard. I have a lot of moments where I snapped, and maybe that'll be another video. But anyways, so yeah, it is a family business. A lot of people has been there for a very long time. Um, So yeah, I've been there like 5-6 years or something like that. Um, so yeah, so M was there, and then the person who got me the job, let's just call her G. G. So, and then it was just me. So, and I wanted a sub. I wanted to eat something. So I told her, I was, hey, can you make me a sub? And she's like, why don't you go do it? I mean, you've been here for a while. Like, it's time to teach her. And I told her, I was like, well, I already asked the boss. I'm not gonna say his name. Let's just call her Jay. I don't know. Let's just call him Jay. I was like, well, I already asked Jay, and he said that he's going to show me when the right time comes. Because I think at that point I was already 18, but I had just turned 18. But I was ready to learn. I was like, hello? I'm here. Like, show me. I want to learn. So yeah, and he was, like I said, he just like, when the time comes, I'll show you. I'm a little scared to show people because this is a very dangerous thing. So once you get it, you'll be like, this is like a piece of cake and stuff. But when you're new, it's very, very hard, and it's very intimidating. Understand that. So, but back then, obviously, I was just like, okay, like whatever. I just want to learn. So yeah, so she was like, okay, you should go. I'll watch you and stuff. And I'm just like, okay. And then M was kind of like, I don't think so. I don't think we should be doing that. Let's you just go do her sub. I'm doing this, so you just go do that, and she can prep her, and she can make her sub, like put the lettuce and stuff like that. And then, but G was like, but she's been here for a long time. Girl, I feel like as if my eyelash is gonna fall. But G was like, no, she needs to learn. She's been here for a while. She's smart enough to do this. and whatever. And then and then M was just like, okay, if you guys want to do it, go ahead, but be careful. Watch her, what she's doing. Tell her the right things to do. All this and all that. And at that point, there was no customers. So I was like, this is the perfect time for me to learn something. Well, we were just talking while I was doing it, and that is the worst thing that you can do because you're not fully paying attention to what you're doing. And especially when it comes to like a machine, something like important, something dangerous, something, come on guys, like that's where I knew I went wrong. Oh my god, guys. And we were just talking about life, and in my sub that I was gonna do, it was a number 8, which is the club sub, and it comes with provolone, cheese, ham, and turkey. So obviously we have to cut or slice, whatever, the cheese, turkey, and the ham. So I was like, okay, and it goes in order. So it was the cheese, ham, and then the turkey. Girl, I was already on the turkey, so I was almost basically done. Until I was talking to her, and I didn't notice that. How can I explain this? So when you go like this, is because you're cutting the meat. So you're just catching it, and then putting it on the sub. So you go like this, you go like that. All right. So, and there's this little hand bottom where you can like put it as a number where whatever, how thick or thin you want the meat or the cheese, however. So we always put it on one, when it comes to cheese or meat or depending, whatever. So I didn't notice, since I was already done, I could have turned it off, and I didn't, guys. I didn't turn it off. And I didn't notice that the way of the slicer, it was kind of like close to the, what's the name of it? That goes around, like the one that actually cuts the meat. What's the ring? No. Guys, I know this. I forgot. That means that it was still going around. And since I didn't turn off the machine, the slicer, that means that it still had this much of a gap, and then it was still going around. So obviously, if you put something in there, it's gonna cut it or slice it or whatever. So what happened was that, once you put it all the way towards you, so like I said, you're doing this, right? Once you put it all the way towards you, like right in front of you, then you can get the meat. Obviously, you gotta be careful. And what happened was that I went like this. I picked up the turkey like this. And what you're supposed to do is kind of like turn the meat towards you, and then push it up to you. So, oh God, this is so hard. Okay, let me just show you with this. Okay, so let's say that this is the meat, right? And here's the machine or whatever. Now, we're cutting the meat. We're doing this. And then it was kind of like in the middle, between me and then the little machine thing that goes around. And what I did was that I went like this, and I picked it up like this. So this thing was still going around and around. And what happened was that it cut me. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh yeah, you guys can kind of see that. Yeah, yeah. Guys, it was the worst thing ever. Like, I freaked out. Like, there was blood all over. And I was like, ow, like that. I went like that because it did hurt, but it wasn't that bad. Like, I would have thought, or like how people made it to seem like it would have hurt. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Just bleeding a little bit. And like, they started to freak out because they knew that it was going to be bad. And I didn't. I was like, it's just a little cut. It's fine, whatever. I'll just put a bandage and that's it. And they're like, no, like, it's going to be bad. Like, there's still going to be a lot of blood coming out and stuff. I'm just like, I don't think so. It's going to be fine. Like, I was freaking out inside, but I was just like, it's fine, whatever. It hurts, but it's okay. I just want to eat my sub. And M came running, and she was like, what happened? And we're just like, G was like, she cut herself. I was like, and she's like, oh my God, get over there, come over there in the back. Like, she was freaking out because she's basically the one in charge when it comes to, okay, when it comes to me and then her being, just because usually I just work with her for like 3 hours, and then that's when other people started to come. So when it comes to being who's in charge between me and her, it's obviously her. When it comes to me being in, when it comes to like me working with like the new guy, like I told you guys that he's been working there for like three months or 5 months, I don't know. Then I'm in charge, and then there's this other girl that she's been working there for like maybe 2 or 3 years. Obviously I'm in charge. So it all depends on who you works is in charge. Obviously, we're not gonna like boss you around, but when it comes to the decisions about money or like offers or stuff like that, that's what I mean, as in like she's in charge of us. Like when it came to, that's why she was like, I don't think you guys should do this right now because it's just us. and Jay already said that he is gonna teach her, not us, him. Okay? So yeah, she was freaking out. She was pretty mad, and she was like, I told you guys not to do this. You guys never listen to me. See what happened? And like G was like, I'm so sorry. She wasn't crying, but she wanted to cry. She was like, I'm like, she's like, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Like, I should have just made your sub. This could have never happened to you. I'm so sorry. It was my fault. And at that moment, I was kind of like, it's fine, or it's whatever. Like, it did hurt, and a lot of blood was coming out. Like, it was a lot. We tried to like clean it up and put a bandage, but it would just like it would just go. Esper. But it would just go through the bandage. So it was, like I said, it was really, really bad. Um, I'm super surprised that it didn't cut off more because of the way that the blade. There you go. Because of the way that the blade was. Like I said, it was like this much of maybe of a gap or something like that. So just imagine me putting my finger in there, like between it. So, I got lucky. I really did. I feel like I got lucky. But so that, yeah, we just started to freak out, and then we're like, we have to call Jay. We didn't want to because we knew that he was gonna yell at us, and I was like, he's gonna fire me. And even G was like, no, he's gonna fire me for teaching you and then letting this happen. And then Anne was like, no, I'm the one who's in charge, and like you guys didn't listen, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble and stuff like that. Like we were all freaking out. And we got lucky that no customers were coming at that time. So we were able to just like focus on that little problem. So I think what I did was I think I called Jay first, or like M called Jay, and then I called my dad. It got to that point. So I called, or they called Jay, and they were talking and whatever, and they were telling them the situation. I could hear him yell. He was pretty mad. And then like Jay, no, G comes in, and then she's like, he wants to talk to you. I was like, no. And I was like, hello. And then he's like, the first thing that he says to me, he's like, I'm not mad at you, but are you okay? I was like, yes, I'm okay. It hurts and a lot of blood is coming out, but I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. He's like, after, okay, he's like, okay, now that you told me all that stuff, what were you thinking? What were you doing? I told you I'll teach you this and stuff like that. I told you that 2 weeks ago, and then you turn and you go do this. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry. But I really, really wanted to learn, and we just thought it was the perfect moment, but I guess not. And my mistake was that I was talking, I wasn't paying attention to what I was supposed to be doing. And I was like, I apologize. Like, I'm so sorry. I take the blame because I was the one who wanted to do this as well. I agreed to it. So I was like, don't get mad at them. Like, it was my fault. Um, and then he was like, okay, okay, okay. We'll talk about this later. Just take care of yourself. Go home. Go rest. Do what you need to do. If it gets bad, call me. If it gets like worse, like if it doesn't get any better, call me and we'll go from there. I was like, okay, that's fine. It didn't stop. It got worse at that point. I was almost like about to pass out of how much blood it was coming out. And like I said, I was hungry. I didn't eat, so it made it worse. And I had to sit down. I was like, I'm feeling weak. Like, I gotta sit down. And I called my dad, and that's when I started to cry. I called my dad, and I was like, Dad, like, I cut my finger with a slicer. And then at first he was just like, okay, like, okay, like, what do you want me to do? Like, what's wrong or what? I was like, Dad, like, it's bad. And I feel like at that moment he didn't think that it was that bad where I have to go home or anything like that. Or, I don't know, I feel like he thought that I was messing with him. He was like, well, you cut your whole finger off and stuff like that. I was like, no, like, it's just like a little slice at the side and stuff. And then I started to cry. I was like, Dad, just come and pick me up. And he got quiet. He was like, okay, 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 relax. It's okay. I'm about to get out of like in 30 minutes. I'll be right there as soon as I can. And then, yep. And I feel like it was less than 30 minutes, obviously. Honestly, like, I feel like it was 15 minutes. I feel like he got out early from work to come see me. So he actually went behind. Like, he actually he came to my job, and he went in the back where we do like the steak and cheese and stuff like that. He came there, and he came, and he was like, what's going on? And he's a manager at his job, like in the kitchen. So he has dealt with this like for a very, very long time. He's been there at his job for like 18 years. So he has dealt with like all like bloody fingers and stuff like that because they do like a lot of cutting and stuff like that. So he actually brought some stuff from there, and it helped a little. Like it stopped the bleeding for a little bit. Like it was still bleeding, like normal bleeding, I guess, but it just stopped a whole bunch of dripping blood and stuff. And yeah, and so he was asked, he was like, you know, trying to like fix my finger or whatever. He was like, what happened, what's wrong, like how did this happen? And we just kept telling him and stuff. And then he's like, ¿Y por qué no entiendes tú que? He was like, ay, like, you need to learn to listen, okay? I was like, I know, I'm sorry. I was just looking at that, I was like, I'm sorry, I just wanted to learn, you know how I am, like, I need to learn stuff, like, I want to learn, like, I love to learn stuff, like, honestly, guys, I love to learn stuff. And he's like, I know, but you, when the right time comes, it will come. When he knows that you're ready, it will come. And you just needed to wait, and you didn't wait, and now this is what happens. This is what you get. I'm sorry, Dad. And so, yeah, we put a bandage, and we wrapped it and everything. And then my coworkers, they were like, maybe you should go to the doctor because it does look bad. Go to the doctor, and we'll tell going to the doctor and stuff like that. So we did go to the doctor. There's this little clinic where we live, and so we went there, and I still had my uniform, and my dad took me. So I had a big chunk of like all that thing. I forgot the name of it. I don't know. So we got off the car, we opened the door, and this lady was like, whoa, hang on. And I'm just like, what? And she was like, did that happen at your job? And I was like, yes. She's like, yours is Mike's. I was like, yes. I was like, yes. And then she's like, oh, well, no, you guys can't come here then. I was like, what do you mean we can't come here? Like, this is like, I need you guys to see my finger. Like, I cut it at the slicer, like when I was working or whatever. And then she was like, we can't because we're not like partners with them, or we're not something. I don't know what she said. And my dad was like, how can you not look at someone because they just done this at their job or something? Like just take off the shirt and then that's it. Like, we're just pretend like she didn't work there and stuff. Like, my dad was gonna getting mad. Like, I was like, this is so stupid of you guys to like not check her at least. And then the nurse was like, okay, we'll just check her if she needs stitches and stuff. So I think she said that if it does need stitches, that they'll do it at that moment. I think he falling asleep. That they'll do it at that moment, but if it doesn't need stitches, then they can't check it, or it's the other way around. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I don't really remember because like I was just in pain. I was just like about to pass out, and yeah. So I got denied of like getting checked out at a clinic. Like, that's so dumb. I was just like, what? I never heard that before. Like, never. And so she did check it and everything, but she was like, I think you'll be fine, honestly. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, I just told my dad, I was like, let's just go. And so we went home. My dad, pretty much his whole break, went to all this stuff. So almost like as soon as we came home, he only had like 30 minutes and then he had to go back to work. When he left, I just went to his room and I laid down. I love his bed. It makes me feel so comfortable. So I went to his bed and I'm just like this sucks, because I was in a little bit of pain and I still had to change the thing because it was bleeding a lot, and I was okay. Like, I was feeling much better. Like, I drank a lot of water, I took some medicine and stuff like that. And then G calls me, which is the one that told me to do it, to slice my own, meat for my sub and stuff, she called me and she's like, "How are you doing? Do you feel much better?" Oh, no. No. First the one who called me was M, and she's like, "How are you doing? What's going on? What happened at the doctor's and stuff?" And I told her what happened, and she couldn't believe that they told me no. But she's like, well, I was talking to my aunts about it, and they said that you should pour some like coffee, like just the coffee on top of it, and that should stop the bleeding. And honestly, I would never do that again because I feel like it started to bleed even more. So what I did, so obviously I was like, okay. I went downstairs. I put a little of the little coffee, and it burned a little. Like I was like, oh god, like what the. And yeah, I feel like it started to bleed even more. But and I told her, I think it's just starting to bleed. I think I just made it worse. And she's like, okay, I'm so sorry. Let me just not even say anything anymore. I'm so sorry. Take care and whatever. And I'll call you later to see how you're doing and stuff. Call me if you need anything and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then, like, I think around maybe 7 or something like that, G calls me. And then she's like, hey, I'm so sorry for what happened. Like, I blame myself. It was my fault. I should never let you do that. And she's like, I'll take you to the doctor. I'll go and pick you up right now. Let's go to the doctor. Let's go to the hospital thing or whatever and see if they can check you. So I was like, okay. And I called my dad. I was like, Dad, she's going to come and pick me up and we're going to go to the doctor and blah, blah, blah. Because it's still bleeding. It's just not stopping. It's already been like 5 hours or whatever and it's still there. And he was like, are you sure? Like, just wait on it a little bit. But at that moment, he didn't know that I put the little coffee thing because he would have probably gotten mad. He's like, why are you like, just leave it alone? Because he had already like put some stuff. And like I said, like I felt like it was getting better, but it was still bleeding. But I felt like it was getting better. So when I put the coffee, it just started to bleed even more. It's like I opened the womb. So I didn't tell him that. But he was like, okay, just be careful, call me and let me know what's going on. I was just like, okay. And since I was already 18, then I was allowed to just go by myself. I just had to bring obviously my ID and stuff like that. And we went to the hospital, and her mom took us, and then they just left us there, and I was just with her. And they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and they put like this numbing needle or whatever, and it hurt so bad, but it made it so much better that it stopped the bleeding like that. They put this like antibiotic whatever, the whole like they cleaned it up so good, like everything. And they were like, the good thing is that you won't need stitches, like everything looks fine. And I was fine. I was like, yeah, my finger. I was like, yes, girl. And then that's when I found out that my girl had a boyfriend. And we all kind of knew, but she's just trying to keep it a secret. And because she's like, hey, I'll be right back. I was like, okay. And I guess her boyfriend was like outside waiting for us, and she came back and she came back all quiet, and she was like, I was like, what happened? Like, is your mom still outside? Are we gonna go with her? Is she gonna come and pick us up or what? So, and I was like, I knew you have a boyfriend. And she's like, yeah, my boyfriend's outside, just don't tell nobody. Because like her mom didn't let her have a boyfriend, but she's already like 20 something, but her mom is just like those moms that are just like overprotective no matter what age you are. That's how she was. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then like he picked us up, and he even took us to eat tacos, like because it had like 5 minutes like away, there was like this taco truck. And so we went there and we got some tacos, and he paid for us and stuff like that. And you won't believe who I saw there. My dad. Dude, like, it was so funny. Like, I was waiting for my tacos like this. Like, my pinky. And then he comes up. he starts ordering his too. And I'm just like, he's like, it's a chamaca que haces aquí. I was like, I don't know. My finger's all good. What he said, he was like, you like, what are you doing here and stuff. I was just like, I don't know, I'm just getting some tacos after my, celebrating that my finger is okay. And then like he was like, well, I thought you were in the send the doctor. And I was like, nope. I was like, you weren't gonna like ask me if I wanted something? And like, he's like, well, I thought you were gonna take forever, so I thought that by the time that you come, we'll be done with our food. I was like, wow, so mean. But I was like, it's okay. I got my tacos. It's so good. And actually, I've been craving a lot of tacos, girl. I've been craving tacos. No, I'm not pregnant. Trust me. And, we ate. We went home. He dropped me off. They dropped me off and everything. And yeah. And then my finger got better and better. It was hard to go to work because they told me not to get it wet at least for a week. Obviously I can clean it and stuff with a little wipe and stuff, but not to clean it. Not to like wash dishes or stuff like that. So it was hard for me to like do that stuff at work. I would always have to be wearing like a glove if I wanted to wash the dishes. And like maybe 3 months later, he actually showed me how to do it, and I learned really fast. And he was like, have you been doing this behind my back again? I was like, no. I was like, no, it's just that I learned fast. So yeah, that's what happened, guys. I'm happy that my finger is so much better. Obviously that you guys can kind of still see the difference. Yeah, see. But yeah, guys, I'm so happy that my pinky is all right. It was a pretty bad experience. I don't think I ever cut my finger in that slicer ever again. Yeah, I don't think so. I did cut it with the knife. But I mean, it's just a little cut, like a normal cut that you would do here at home. Other than that, nope. Everything's all good, guys. So yeah, well, guys, I really hope you like this little story time. So much for coming back, and please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. And yeah, and a lot of more videos are coming up. I'm so excited because I already made my list of what kind of videos I want to do, so hopefully it will come. And like I said, please don't forget to subscribe, and you'll see more videos of us. So yes, bye guys. I love you guys to the moon and back, and I'll see you next time. Bye.